Sorry this video has taken a while to make. Master Duels coming out took up my time till now, which I might start streaming soon, but I have no microphone still. While editing the last video together, the effects for the Valiants were revealed, which I've got to admit was annoying, as I couldn't redo the entire video last second like that. As for all the cards effects, they will be on the right side of the screen to read, as reading out every single one would make this video much longer than it needs to be. Most of the Valiants share the same pendulum effect on all of their spellcaster-type monsters, that is to summon to the monster zone in front of from the pendulum zone. Priestess can search any Valiant spell to your hand from the deck, as well as searching a Valiant monster when she moves zones, which sadly doesn't activate when she moves from the pendulum scale. So that's our first searcher. Just a shame the next monster isn't as great. Same pendulum effect, but its main effect is reliant on a coin flip, either to negate a monster's effects or half its attack. At least the second coin flip effect is slightly better, if it moves zones to either destroy or return a monster to hand. I just don't see why they gave the deck one random coin flip effect. Next we have Ninja of the Valiants, which has a slightly different pendulum effect by needing a certain field spell to be on the field somewhere. And its main monster effect finally gives us our first way to reliably move monsters on the field to trigger their second effects, while also summoning a Valiant from the spell zone when he moves. Warrior here has the same pendulum effect, which I forgot to mention. You can use the effect to summon if you have a water attribute Valiant on the field, with the main effects of returning a face-up spell or trap to the hand, and if he moves he allows you to fusion summon using cards in hand or field. I must admit I couldn't have guessed it would be a fusion pendulum deck, but what's about to be revealed next caught me off guard even more. That's right, the water spellcaster deck also has Fire Machines, with the same pendulum effect as the first few Valiants, with its main effect to move a Valiant monster on the field or pendulum zone. The last effect does work with the Ninja and Warrior from before, since both can summon or add back a Valiant in the spell zone back to the hand or summon, so it can also clear up your pendulum zones. Viscount is up next. Same pendulum effect as last card, and this time we have some setup, since he allows you to retrieve Valiants from the extra deck to your spell zones or pendulum zones. So it's a way to bring back Valiants without the need to pendulum summon them to a Link monster's highlighted zone, which so far every pendulum monster in the main deck has a low scale. Now on to Marquis, which has a similar effect to Warrior and Ninja, but requires the other field spell out or a Fire Valiant monster on the field. It can search but off the top of the deck equal to... Wait, is this right? A damn dice roll effect to reveal that many equal to the roll. I'm really not sure what to say except, why not just have a set number? There's so many for every field spell on field. I'm going to move on to Duke for now to avoid that card stun restriction. Same pendulum effect as last again, and a great main effect to stop a set card from being activated, as well as if he moves to take control of an opponent's monster, and it becomes a Valiant while under your control, which has to be one of the better main deck effects so far resource-wise in my eyes, since stealing your opponent's cards with effects for your own strategies is always great to have up your sleeve. However, can attack or use its effects while you control it. Sad but understandable. Time for our first fusion monster in high pendulum scale, Valiants assemble, with the pendulum effect to summon itself from the pendulum zone or move a Valiant on your field to another zone, which is yet another way to trigger our effects. And with that unique monster effect to place monsters into the spell zone to get around anti-destruction effects is amazing. And placing itself into the pendulum zone on destruction, letting it float with its effects or to finally pendulum summon is great, but feels like it need other high scales in the main deck. On to our other boss fusion Valiants, Genesis, with the same pendulum effect as Assemble, which can be summoned by tributing a level 5 or higher Valiant, which is always great to have an alternate summoning condition on hand, and that burn effect by returning one monster in the opponent's spell zone is going to be more than handy when time on round ends. Finally onto the field spells, which both have the same effect when activated to place the other field spell into your opponent's field spell zone. With the first field spell, which I can't say the name right, allowing you to summon one monster from your spell zone, while the other places one into the spell zone if in the same column as a monster. With both of these out, it can lead to some interesting removal effects and on-summon effects for both players, but if one is removed from the field, the other doesn't do anything. Overall, it's a pretty solid strategy. A shame most of their effects lock them into only summoning Valiants. Combinations with Beyond the Pendulum and Electromite would be amazing to see and use. So as per usual, don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave what you think about Valiants in the comments. And thank you once again to 15.I for the text-to-speech. Till next time.